to the Chaos Queen! Come to Dolores. Logres!
This is what all the fuss is about. After all the trouble I endured to bring you here, capturing your friend, imprisoning him in this tomb, summoning a Horinox, you still won't die, and now I must deal with you myself. Tell me, Fateless One, why shouldn't I simply pull your heart from your mouth and let you writhe around on the floor like a drowning fish? Does it matter what I tell you? Will it change your mind about killing me? Yes, I am Telogris, though this vessel does little to exhibit my true majesty. This boy, this skin, he is merely the instrument with which I am able to cross into this world. He had a name once, but that matters little now. Silly question. Why not? I am the god of chaos, after all. I sow unrest, confusion, and havoc. Mitharu and I have spent an eternity in struggle, but there has always been an imbalance. Fate. It was Mitharu's clever trick, his way to impose order on a world begging for chaos. But no more. The veil is weak in these mountains, has been for thousands of years. My guess is that those fool Irathi traveled frequently between this world and ours, weakening the barrier. Weak spirits. I will never slay enough of them to be satisfied. I know that, and you know that. However, the majority of this ignorant world does not. Amalur has and always will be my plaything. That is the very nature of gods and mortals. I imagine you have better understanding of that now, after everything you have experienced. Apparently so. But you cannot destroy something you do not understand. If you are truly the Fateless One, prove it to me. Show me the full extent of your power. You will not lay a finger upon me, child of dust. You're a disgrace. After everything you've done, I expected more. But it seems I expected too much. Your friend Agarth will remain locked away forever, for I have the key to his deliverance. I take his life with me. Farewell, child of dust. You're a fool, Fateless One. Predictable and safe. A true child of order. There is no escape from the Chaos Realm. The only way out is protected, clad in the same chaos magic that I am. It seems that destiny has finally come to claim you, Fateless One. It has been fun.
Consider me flattered. No one's ever worked so hard for my companionship. It's good to see you, old friend. I thought we'd freed the world from fate, but I was wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. So it seems our destinies are still inseparably linked, though I no longer have the ability to see it. It's been a difficult time, and I may have relied on old vices to see me through it. But I'm not proud of my mistakes. Lotos and his gang of fanatics found me in a somewhat compromised state. I'd slept the night in a bottle, as they say. They gathered up my old bones and tossed me in here with the other prizes. Sadly, they won't share their secrets with me, but I've drawn some of my own conclusions based on what I've seen. I recognize some of the other prisoners, people of standing, names I recognize. I believe the preordained are kidnapping persons of influence from across Amalur and sacrificing them to Telogris. If my theories are correct, every death further damages the tapestry of fate. The deaths of those with connections and reach across the world, well, their deaths leave holes that are not easily repaired. Everything comes apart faster. Soon there will be no stopping it. We have much to do, my friend. The situation in Mithros is worse than the Order imagined. Telogris and his minions are a threat unlike any we've ever faced, even Gadflow. There is no telling what might happen if the Tapestry of Fate unravels. Speaking of narrow escapes, how did you manage to free yourself from the Chaos Realm? I've never seen it done. A weapon? In the Chaos Realm? That's the first I've heard of anything like that, but I'm not always the most reliable source. Keep that blade close. I've got a feeling it's the only reason you're alive right now. Now, is there any reason why we're still standing around jabbering? Onward. Okay. I think we'll be safe here. As safe as one can ever be from the preordained. They knew I was coming. As they knew you were coming, they employ fate weavers like us to track and eliminate their prey. Make no mistake, Telogris is a true threat. But he's also an ordinary man, which adds some complications. Now that I'm free again, it's vital that we continue with my mission. Otherwise Mithros and Amalur will be in great danger. From the information I've gathered, the mortal vessel he inhabits was once a boy, a blacksmith's apprentice named Wolf. The boy's an innocent, just another victim of the god of chaos. I must get in contact with Skald Atlas, a former member of the Order. She's been keeping us updated on events in Mithros, but she's been forced to flee from her home, to find a new hideout from the preordained. Skald is the key to everything. Well said. We're always stronger together, especially out here. Mithros is no place for lonely. I was on the trail of the blacksmith Skald Atlas, and the preordained got in my way. Skald has been out here for years, and she has answers about chaos weapons like the one you recovered, about our powers. As the weave unravels, fate magic is changing, and we're changing along with it. I'm not sure exactly. Have you seen the rifts? The tears in the weave? I see them, but when I try to touch them, nothing. The thinning of the barrier between worlds has granted us a glimpse of the other side, a chaos sight. I have very little control over it, but knowing you, well, I can only imagine. It's time to fight fire with fire, as they say. It's my theory that weapons touched with chaos magic will harm him. Of course, I've never gotten close enough to test it. I knew I could count on you. Telogris doesn't stand a chance. After this, I'll retire. Find a nice piece of farmland in the wolds, settle down. Maybe not. Skald's forge is hidden under the mountains, but she still needs to emerge for supplies and information. We should talk to Arella Axel, a smuggler who's said to make the occasional delivery to our friend, the blacksmith. Good luck.
Welcome. You're looking well. Quick, give him here. I don't want anyone to see. Here's the coin I promised.
Go away. Leave a lady to her drink. So you're the pushy type. Let's see you shove a girl around without any hands. I'll start with the fingers. Bah, not worth the trouble. Don't know her. Get lost? What did I say? Take a walk, stranger. It's a sight to see. No doubt about that. Those Mitharans know a thing or two about surviving. Stuck in these cliffs like a seed in your teeth. Damn near immovable. It's the last village for 200 miles. Used to be something to see, if you can believe it. When the pass closed, all the trade ended, and Gale dried up like a leaf in the wind. It's no crownhold, but it's got charm. I settled out here at the start of the war. I'm not much of a fighter. Not for free, anyway. I told you, don't know nothing. I told you, I don't know any Skald. Now walk away before your questions get you into trouble. Get lost? It's not a good time. Come back. I don't need to do anything. You've got plenty of cheek coming into my village and asking questions, sticking your nose in my business. Stick it too far and you might lose it. Why do you think I know Skald Atlas anyway? What? Agarth? The old drunk? Oh, you'd best be rid of that wasted relic as soon as you can. He's liable to get you killed. Listen, if you really want to know about Skald Atlas, I'll talk, but it won't be cheap. Look for a cave up by the old windmill. I'll be there, after dark. Come alone. Now, tonight.
Beware the night.
If I didn't know better, I'd say this was fate. You managed to survive Madding Wind, but you will not escape us again. You are new to Mithros, old friend. Otherwise, you would have known to never trust Orella Axel. She can't resist the sweet music of gold jangling in her pocket. Now she's off in her smuggler's bolt hole, counting that coin. I am Lotus, war chief of the preordained. It is nice to finally make your acquaintance.
Sounds like there's been some action out by the caves. Stay clear. Good. That means Morella. That old smuggler could be anywhere. Likes to wedge herself into cracks. Lurks in the caves under the village. If you find her, tell her to find safe haven elsewhere. We're tired of her kind of trouble. Safe travels.
If you want to know about our troubles, ask somebody else. Sure, I know her. Can't say I like her much. A cheat, no rules, no morals. She'll sell her own mother for a gold shaving. She stores her goods around town, in a few of the cellars. Slips in and out when no one's around. I was born and raised in this village. I could have relocated to Crownhold, but the city simply bursts with scholars. Here, I'm one of a kind. I am appreciated. Trust me, she's got a hideout around here somewhere. Only wish I knew where it was. I have devoted my life to the study of this region. My collection is second only to the great library in Crownhold. I wish to pass on my legacy to my children, but that was not to be fate's desire.
If this is about the fighting by the caves, I want no part of it. Just a mountain kid. Knew his way around the cliffs and passes. Solid, like a slab of granite. Something about this time on the front line shook him to the core. He was never the same after the war. He lost something over there. What about her? Do you know where she is? Oh, you're looking for her too? Well, you know as much as I do then. She's got a small bolt hole around here, but I don't know where. Come again.
Keep it quiet, but I hear the blacksmith is looking for hired swords. Welcome to Gale Crossing.
Enough! I yield. I have nowhere else to run. Forgive me. Forgive my betrayal. I didn't know who you were. I didn't know. Schooled Atlas. She's real. I deliver supplies to her forge in the Caldera, Cinder Pit. She sealed the area with some infernal mechanism of her own design. I can tell you where to look, but no one gets in. I can't tell you much because there might be preordained nearby. Take this note, and you should be able to figure it out on your own. Please, don't kill me. I didn't know. Truly. Oh, thank you. I owe you my life. You are gracious, fateless one. I will not forget it.
don't look like preordained, Mitharan either. And sellswords are too smart to come all the way out here for the money. Chaos cults are bad for business. Listen, this may be your lucky day. My name is Ferrin Shaw, trader, opportunist, finder and dealer in lost things. I've come across a few items that may be worth something to a person as worldly as yourself. Glad you asked. Some people out here in Mithros don't know when they're staring a good deal in the face. Perhaps that's why they're still scrabbling away in the mountains. Recently I've come across an item of great monetary and historical value. A pair of gloves. And not simply any old pair of gloves. These are a part of Last Breath, the suit of armor worn by the Executioner herself. You don't know the Executioner? Well, let me be the first to educate you. She served the Crownhold royal family for years, the most influential general in the city's army, until she was betrayed by her own men. Donning a mask, she became a vigilante. Her first act of justice? Hunting the very wolves who had betrayed her. Everyone in Mithros reveres the Executioner. She gave all of us struggling folk someone to look up to. Fair enough. But understand, this deal, it's not for the gloves themselves. No, I'm selling the details of their location. Did I not mention that? Ever since the city fell, it's become a dynamo of shady deals and profiteering. So yes, I love it. The preordained make life pretty difficult though, but more often than not, they're in on the corruption. I had a pretty good situation in Crownhold, until the preordained ran me out of the city. Now I'm stuck outside, looking to find new customers among these settlers and refugees. That's if the Niskaru don't get me first. Merely a resupply depot. I tend to travel in more influential circles. Crownhold is where significant deals are made. Gale Crossing is quaint, but its offerings are paltry and few. I hear the real treasures in the area are locked up in Madding Wind. Understand these are only rumours, but stories describe that old ruin as a veritable storehouse of ancient relics. Imagine it, all those treasures locked up in one secure location. Sometimes I doubt such a person existed. She holds a place of myth and legend, a figure of great deeds. But I know better. She was very real to the people of these mountains. See you around.
day to you. What is it? Do you not see that my time is valuable? A good child's time is always valuable. Outrageous! Prisoners! I have no idea what you're talking about.
Guards! Guards! Where is the security in this place?
We are under attack.
See ya. Take your time, peruse the selection. We at the Big Hunt pride ourselves on the freshest, most delicious foods in the city. We also offer a variety of other goods and supplies, but our specialty is food for the more discerning customer. I call them select cuts, venison from the rarest, juiciest beasts in the forest. My high-paying customers tend to have a refined palate. I pay top dollar for most wild fay meat, and flesh with a bit of a magical kick. Partners 50-50. Nothing has been the same since Telogris marched into town. I know he fashions himself a liberator, but we're not fools. Chaos can chain you just as well as order can. Instead of surrendering to fate, you surrender to a psychotic god. Where's the upside? I've always appreciated the finer things in life. Mithros may be savage, but Crownhold is a city of elegance and history. I come from a long line of butchers, but I craved a vocation with a bit more flavor. Visit us here.
Careful. We're still cleaning up the scene. It's a murder. City girl. Didn't have a chance. Why don't you wait until you have all of them? You might not make it that long, especially if Cinder is after you. Her name was Nettie Blevins. She was the daughter of a high-born Mitharan lord. I'm going to have my hands full. They already took the body inside to the dock. All that's left is to find the killer and clean up the blood. Back to work.
Welcome to the Steely Craft. You carry an impressive collection with you. Always here for you.
Greetings, and welcome to the King's Thimble. I am Clovis Fabian, attendant and proprietor at your service. May I assume that you're here for a new outfit? Because what you're wearing is, well, it's rather ridiculous. Honestly, have you seen yourself? Whatever this is not working. You've seen them, have you? Well, be careful. They'll take a finger if you're not careful. Maybe a whole hand. Listen, I've had to take a few liberties with my inventory to survive in these difficult times. I've had to bend a few rules. Those Niskaru, the critters, they leave behind a unique material, a kind of silk. Its colors are incredible, and it's nearly unbreakable. If you ever find yourself in possession of this silk, bring it by the shop. I'll make it worth your trouble. I am the latest in a long-celebrated line of Mitharan tailors. We Fabians have served the royal family for generations. Now I must serve Telogris, the Chaos King. It is my greatest pleasure. If only you could have seen us at the height of our glory, before all the recent unpleasantness. Our ancient ancestors lived alongside the Arathi themselves, gods and mortals side by side. Until the Arathi left, they must have thought they could do better. I would rather not discuss politics, if you don't mind. The Chaos King has agents in every shadow and whisper. Trust no one.
Matharu bless you.
Chapter 7, Magna Cortis. Unbeknownst to High Priestess Graf, she had been summoned, but not by the Arathi. The highest peak of the Eldrith, the mighty Magna Cortis, had tempted the adept, luring those special few who had been touched by the cyclical song of magic. These hallowed hills, these ancient canyons, here, in the snow, the world of mortals and the world of gods lay together in a tender embrace.
You shouldn't be out here. The preordained won't stand for it. Need a pass. Otherwise, they come down hard. I've got a pass. Had to get one. Can't stand being locked inside that city all day, every day. I'd go mad. This is my only freedom. Collecting reagents for the Chaos King. I'm a believer in the power of alchemy. It's my trade, my passion. But there's a lot of misinformation around what's possible and what's nonsense. Telogris is convinced that certain elixirs will boost his power in our realm, give him abilities beyond those of chaos magic. It's a madman's dream, of course, but I do as I'm told. So I spend my days collecting Bargus tears, the vital reagent for his restorative tonic. If you find any tears in your travels, I'll be glad to buy them from you. Saves me the trouble. I'm of noble blood, if you can believe it. I was the heir to a noble house in Tolendray, next in line for power. But, you know family. My uncle sought to depose me, and I was forced to flee to Mithros to escape his assassins. Oh well, everything worked out for the best. I'd much rather spend my days in a meadow than in a noble's court. He's rarely seen outside the old Mitharan temple in the center of the city. The Telogris Temple. I shouldn't make that mistake. It's clear he plots ambitions beyond Crownhold, what with the Feylands and shambles. Someone needs to stop him here, before he moves east. But you didn't hear that from me. Don't eat the...
Hello there.
Chapter 11, The Keystone. Crownhold arose from 3 generations of sweat and blood, of displaced dreams and mountain forges. Adhering to the forms of the Codex, we constructed an enclave of stone founded on the 4 primary essences of Amalur: chaos, order, nature, and magic. The harmonic Cortinian. It was our lasting monument to those who protected us and taught us how to survive amongst the sins of this world.
Be safe. I don't want to see you.
I'd give you a proper welcome. But the city hasn't been very welcoming lately. I'm Captain Coach, leader of the Crownhold's garrison. Normally, I'd be wishing you all the best in our wine and pleasure halls. But all of Crownhold has ground to a halt during the occupation. Roads in and out of town are blocked, strangling supply lines. Funny you should ask. It's our own men and women blocking movement along the mountain road. Deserters. They left the army when Telogris occupied the city. Now they've set up blockades to keep the preordained from receiving resupply. Only it's not only the preordained who use these goods. All of Crownhold suffers. Innocent families, elders and children. Something must be done. But I don't have the heart to face my own soldiers on the battlefield. It's not intentional. They're trying to prevent the preordained from getting what they need, but it's not working. Instead, the citizens of Crownhold are being robbed of food, medicine, and items for basic survival. I have the coin, but not the manpower. So if you're truly interested, I won't hold you back.
The deserters built their barricades along Crow Peak to the west. Be careful. You will face harsh resistance.
They are strong fighters. I trained them myself. I was brought up under the tutelage of the martial masters, a warrior sect steeped in discipline and spiritual meditation. We embody Mitharu's teachings, seeking order in the chaos of battle. I've only been a captain for a few weeks. They executed the old captain when he failed to follow orders. It is a city under endless siege. The preordained wish to control the people, but they have no wish to protect or care for them. That leaves the rest of us, the collaborators, to keep our citizens' best interests in mind. But every day it grows more difficult. He is the antithesis of everything we cherish in Crownhold. We have spent generations building a great culture, and he seeks to bring it all tumbling down in a matter of months. They hold all of Crownhold in their grip, congregating around the Temple of Order in the city's center. But they are a sloppy, angry lot. No proper training, no clear objectives. Telogris is all that unites them. Mithari bless you.
Out of my way. Hey, stranger.
Hello there. It's you again. Forgive me. I know I may have led you astray. You see, last breath, I wish to bring about the executioner's return, but I am a struggling merchant, and the gold is desperately needed. I have information on more pieces, but it will cost you. I'm sorry. This coin goes to a greater cause. You have my word. The item you seek, the armor of last breath, is locked in a vault in the Bank of Crownhold.
Hey, stranger.
You don't belong here. I wouldn't travel alone outside the city.
You there! Halt! Thanks for...
done, my friend. Remarkable job. I never thought I'd set my gaze on this armor again. I have not been fully truthful with you. The executioner, she was my mother. My whole life I've wanted to make her proud, to do something worthy of her mantle. And I'm trying, with your help. Are you willing to pay for the location? You understand now? This quest, it is important. Together we will bring the executioner back. The Hood of Last Breath is among the spoils of the city's armory.
I have not seen the beast, but let me warn you. The preordained will never succeed in dominating the will of nature. If the wild fae must feed, they must feed. I do not care what your Chaos Lord demands. You will not stop the migrations, and you will not find Peaches. Wait. Oh no. You're not from the court of Telogris. I should have noticed that straight away. I do apologize. Peaches. Oh well. He is a Cliff Barguest, a friend. I rescued him many years ago when he was a pup. I guess you could say we formed a bond. I fear for his safety, as the preordained have been ordered to clear the woods near the city. They relish a good hunt. Peaches and I have not seen each other for years. But I would hate for him to get caught in this culling. Would you be willing to help me locate his den? I would see to it that you're compensated. Chaos magic has intensified across Mithros, causing disorder in the natural world. The wild fae are restless and angry. Telogris hopes to eliminate the threat. He has sent his minions to kill any magical creatures that may rise up. I had a feeling you might. An experienced tracker is needed to locate Peach's current den, and I'm not qualified. You'll know him by his limp, and he has a stripe of white along his spine. Once you find him, I'll come to remove him from the forest. Hopefully I can find a new home for him elsewhere in Mithros. It is a relic of another age, a kingdom trapped in time. Its people are a direct link to the early civilizations of the West, but Telogris has corrupted the city and all of Mithros. His chaos magic disrupts everything it touches. In the beginning, I was sent by the Domus Politico as an agent. They wished to assess the threat posed by the Mitharans, but the people here accepted me with open arms, and I soon made Crownhold my home. I am more Mitharan than gnome now. He was only a pup when I found him beneath a blooming bloodroot. Small, injured, needy. I nursed him back to health, and we formed a bond. It broke my heart to release him back into the wild, but it was the right thing to do. He and his preordained thugs arrived nearly a year ago. They entered the city under arms and banners. The trusting Mitharans didn't have a chance, and the city surrendered in a matter of hours. Bless you. Be safe.
You got the hut. I never dreamed we'd get this far. I hesitate to tell you this, but I've been considering taking up the torch of becoming the executioner in my late mother's place. If you're interested in the next piece, I can offer its location for a small price. As always, I'm grateful. The leggings of Last Breath can be found here on your map, but you will need to be careful.
Hi there. I would check the hills and forests surrounding. Hurry back.
You buying? Are you here to pay my tab? I've got a whole pile of other debts if you're interested. I grew up in the city, trained with the Royal Guard, but I didn't want to stay here all my life. I thought the war would be an adventure. A couple of mountain goats smuggled me through the narrow pass, and I took up with the Alpha military in Rathir. Sure. She served under me for a few years, before they transferred her out of Melsenshire. Blevins, de Groot, and Darken. Yeah, those three. Command in Rathir wanted them moved into the wolf pack. All of them are local kids. I saw Darken just yesterday at his family's place outside the city. It was a secret project, strictly off the books. Gnomes came up with the idea, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it. A military hit squad with no oversight. Those at the top wanted officers like me to have total deniability. The wolf pack was fierce, merciless. You wouldn't believe some of the stories I've heard. Try the ale. Hi there.
You again? Ah yes, the leggings. The set is nearly finished. And I have been thinking, the executioner must return. The vigilante brings the promise of justice to people across Mithros. And I have decided the final piece is easily found. I will show you. Meet me at the Gemstone Inn in Gale Crossing, soon. Beware the night barkest.
I hope you're not one of those to see you around.
Don't linger here.
Smuggling's the only way to make it easy.
Don't linger here.
Keep your wits about you. Hello there. You made it. Good. I told you I'd made up my mind about the executioner, and I have. But it will not be me. You were the only one qualified to take up the mantle. I've heard the stories and I've seen your exploits. There is no one better qualified to don the hood. Take this key. It will open my mother's hideout, the executioner's den. I used the money you provided to fix it back up. You will need it in your quest for justice. Thank you. You do me a great honor in continuing this legacy. Nice doing business.
Don't take another step. I don't know who you are, but this is a private matter. It has nothing to do with you. This mad woman, she's been stalking us all over Mithros, killing us one by one. But we did nothing wrong. She came for me and my family, but I managed to capture her. Now she's the one who must beg for her life. The pack? Why do you want to know about that? Command had us embedded in Chloricon. We'd been there for months, surviving on rats and supplies we looted from all the bodies. The Tuatha launched an offensive into Cursewood. They forced a village of mortals to shelter them, supply them, gave them no choice. But we had a job to do, to break the supply line, clear the forest, root out agents, so the Tuatha couldn't enlarge the siege. We leveled the village, killed anyone who didn't submit. Cursewood burned for weeks. But they were orders, procedures, all for the greater good. We saved thousands in Melsenshir that day.
At what cost? Women, children, grandparents, stacked like firewood. Our whole world died that day. War or no war. Centuries of life, of tradition, all for a siege that continued for years afterwards. When does it become enough? Too much? The wolf pack must pay. Kill him. Kill Darkin, and the debt is paid. My vengeance will be complete, or leave me here with him, so he may do with me what he must. But you will be haunted by the voices of the restless dead. Forever. Yes. Only the blood of the guilty will wash away this stain.
Heads up! Trouble!
Our biggest fan. How comforting it is to see your face. Last we met, you witnessed us at our highest. Now we languish at our lowest. The first world tour of Colette and the Echoes has reached a dead end. One word. Crownhold. The occupied city is rife with soldiers and cultists. As if that weren't enough, our flute player, Adelina, has a bit of a history with the preordained. They hired her to compose a chaos march for their ruler, Telogris, but she skipped out on the deal. They'll kill her on sight. You don't need to make such bold claims. I won't hold you to it. But anything you can do to speed the city's liberation would be wonderful. Be careful.
Hello there.
Hey! You! Yeah, you! These are private lands. How many times do I have to tell you to quit scrounging around in my soil? Never mind. You're not one of them. You look like a cultist, but you're not a cultist. Still, did you spy any of those preordained scoundrels mucking about out front? Digging around in my dirt? Pulling my crops? Maybe. Depends on the kind of help you're offering. If you mean my harvest, then yeah, I could use a hand. Something's been scrabbling in my fields, uprooting everything, tearing the place to pieces. It's gotta be poachers. Hungry folks from up in the city come down to dig my veggies, and the preordained steal my ember eyes. Like to smoke 'em. They're going to ruin my whole crop. Run me right out of business. My farm? Special? Why'd you ask? I'm certainly not growing and harvesting illegal reagents. Certainly not. Why, to suggest such a thing is slander. I have not procured, grown and harvested anything that goes against the city's farming laws. Nothing. Not a thing. Nope. I'm going to trust you, though I'll probably regret it. You can't trust anyone these days, not even the Crownhold Royal Guard. Maybe you should set a trap for these poachers, or use a scarecrow. You could model it after that Telogris creep. Ugly as hell, that one. It's nothing like it used to be. The preordained are always watching, always waiting for you to slip up. It's maddening. I try to avoid the city as best I can. Don't want to draw attention to myself. I'll live off the weave, as some say. Under occupation, the preordained have outlawed all collection of chaos essence. They don't want anybody cornering the market. But it's a pretty simple item to cultivate. Not that I know how to do it, or would. Never. Not me. My husband ran off when the city fell, leaving me to harvest all these fields on my own. Now I've got calluses on top of calluses. Everything would be fine if not for the farming restrictions. Anything that could be of help to the resistance is banned. Bye.
You're not safe.
outlander.
Critters? Honestly, that's shocking to me. Shocking. Why would chaos critters be drawn to my farm of all places? It's not as if I'm cultivating illegal chaos reagents on the property. That would be ridiculous. I'll breathe easier knowing that the problem has been solved and the threat eliminated, and knowing that you'll keep our little transaction to yourself. Thanks again.
Stay out of trouble.
Hi there. You found him? Oh no, he's injured again. Probably in an encounter with the preordained. We can't move him like this. I'll patch him up, but it's going to take time. Stand guard outside the cave, in case anyone comes for us. Bless you. Too close. If the preordained weren't coming for me before, they certainly are now. It's time for me to leave Crownhold. I've been considering it for months, but this event has made it clear. Peaches and I will head deeper into the mountains, try and find a place of our own, away from strife, away from Telugris. We owe you our lives. Here is a small token of our appreciation, but I hope to one day repay you properly.
We're very close now, my friend. This narrative seems to imply that Mitharu was behind the emergence, that he alone ended the deep gloam. Out of the darkness, fate brings a dawn. Doorway open. The unbound path. Goodbye then.
Oi, you look a little confused. And trust me, Crow Peak's the last place you want to get lost. The name's Brogan McQueen, formerly of Menetier, and before that, the Caelid Coast. I'm a hunter. I follow the quarry. And right now, the good hunting's all in Mithros. Oh, that's the interesting part. Mithros is home to giants. Not giants in the traditional sense, Magical mutations. Freaks. They emerge every 100 years or so. They're called giants because they're tougher than your average monster. That's important because we've got a lot to prove. I don't know if you're looking for action, but we've got room for one more. You get paid for what you kill. The group of us, well, we fought in the House of Valor. Each of us came up his or own way, surviving by winning. Until we fought Tyr Magnus, the house champion, and lost. There's nothing like dishonour. It haunts you and it follows you to your grave. There are few ways to recapture that honour, and one of them is to succeed in a great hunt. That is why we must find the giants and bring them down. I had a feeling about you. Something fiery in the eyes. I like it. Welcome aboard. You won't be sorry. You'll have the same deal as the rest of us. You get paid for what you kill, but you've got to take a trophy to prove your victory. If you're lucky enough to find a giant and slay it, bring proof back here for a payout. Good luck. I practically grew up in the arena, like the rest of these brutes. We fought for the pleasure of the crowd. I was on the cusp of ultimate victory, only to be undone by that cur Magnus. Everything came crashing down. I knew there had to be other ways to regain my standing, to show the world that I was worthy of the title of champion. I organised the party and we've been on our journey ever since. Happy hunting. Boy, you. What's this I'm hearing about you finding and slaying all the giants? Is this some kind of joke? Are you telling me that you not only tracked these beasties down, but you killed them all? Single-handedly? This was our chance to redeem ourselves, and you stole the honour for yourself. Now, I'm a man of my word, and I'll pay you what I promised, but this is low. Some real fateless one showboating if I ever saw it. Take your money and go. Now we've got another hunt to organise, no thanks to you. Get lost.
This is it, the final lift. Hopefully it will provide some insight. We weave together. We emerge together. All mortal men, called to the unbound path. That language, it's so clear. It must be the tapestry of fate. This suggests that the patron gods created the weave to bring Amalur out of chaos. But how do these stones in this story relate to Miss Cross's necklace? For that, I will need to do more research. You may return the item to Miss Cross. Tell her about the inscriptions, about this unbound path. I have more work to do, but I do hope we cross paths again. Bye then.
Welcome back. You have returned to me. And look, others have joined us. Like me, they believe you are more than a warrior, more than a hero. You are the Fateless One, and if any god in Mithras is to be worshipped, it is you. So Ivan has discovered the unbound path. It is a phrase that I have heard before. I will need to consider it until we meet again.
Take time to see the monoliths. Welcome to Gale.
safe.
Do you have the heads for me? I'll accept whatever assistance you can offer. The city is too big for one warden. I'm impressed. Empty your bag and let's see what you brought me. Wonderful. This is very good work. Well worth the reward money. Stay safe.
Hey, stranger.
You've returned. My scouts reported your successes along the road. They say it was a bloody affair. I'm afraid it was the only outcome. You've done your part, and now I shall do mine. Take this, and please, think better of Crownhold than what you see now. We will make it ours again in time.
Hey.
Watch over you. Perhaps I was too foolish in wanting to come to Mithros. Goodbye.
The families have watched your journey with great anticipation, but we never dared hope. Yet you have brought our children back. Heidi is safe now, thanks to you. You've done us such a great service. Please take this. It's all we have, but it is merely a fraction of what's deserved. You have returned our spirits to us. Our prayers are with us.
Don't look at me. Puzzles are not exactly my specialty. Farewell. Here we are, the old cinder pit caldera. I don't see a forge anywhere, although Orella did mention a strange mechanism. Maybe you can give it a try. Farewell.